This is Mr. Impact Wrestling himself, Moose, and you're listening to the Irish Whip.
Hookers? Hookers and Coke?
Hookers and Coke, man.
You're the only pro wrestler I know that wants to do this shit in the morning.
Yeti, you're a f***ing moron.
Put it this way, I think Sami Callihan might as well just change his name to Invader
I
One.
want to know why. Like, he can dodge any question. Like, I'll tell anyone that. You can tell me but I'm going to ask specific questions.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all the rest of you yahoos who are out there dilly-dillying, you little wankers, we're actually receiving real wrestling news.
This is
Brett screwed Brett.
Who are you to doubt El Dandy? Because this guy's a serious professional.
Brett screwed Brett.
Hold 2! Arm bar!
Hey, get a nice shot of the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate your hat. I hate your t-shirts. I hate your wristbands. I hate your shoes. I hate your music. I hate the C Nation. I hate everything that you stand for.
Sodas rule. Yeah, they do.
What's up, TIW Mafia? JP here, hanging out with Big Josh.
What's up, dude?
Not much, man. Just chilling out. Checking out this artwork by mcgsolutions.org. He's working on his website. He's going to give us a promo code. That's all hand carved. That's about I don't know, a centimeter or so deep, like carved in with the backing underneath it.
Did you say a centimeter?
It's about a centimeter or so deep. Maybe. Well, no, it's a. It's
how the fuck are you using metric measurements? Is what I want to know.
It's half of my pinky finger. But that's hand done. That's hand carved, hand painted.
So half an inch?
Yeah.
Is that the conversion rate? Is JP's pinky is the conversion rate between a centimeter and half an inch?
Yeah. I mean, that's incredible work. And he does custom stuff, obviously. And he has some stock stuff that he does as well. So.
And the only reason I'm giving you a hard time is because, dude, that's so cool when you send me that picture. That's fun. How did you get that?
So he did something for me. He did something for my mother. He's friends with my mother. His mother actually is friends with my mother, and he had done something for her, and he gifted that to me when he saw the logo. So
nice. That's really cool.
And if you mention the Irish Whip during the checkout right now, you'll get 10% off your order through them too.
What do they have to mention again?
Just the Irish Whip.
Nice. So how was your week? How was you? We have been distant because we all have we both have shit going on. So
man, to say the least.
Yeah. What's up, Bobby D?
Yeah, I see Bobby. I see Tommy. Both on the wheel this week.
What's up, Mr. Versace?
Seth Rollins, burn it down.
Seth Rollins, burn it down on YouTube. Tommy Flynn, as always, on Facebook. Bobby D on Facebook. So thank you guys for hanging out with us again. It's free Fig Friday. We're hanging out. Wrestling News Source, as always, WrestlingNewsSource.com is always going to be our source for news. We continue to move forward and progress. Free Fig Friday, JP.
That's it. Man. How big were the last couple of hours for Free Fig Friday?
It's been fun. Like wrestling News Source, and to me, this feels like wrestling-radio.com days.
Free Fig Friday is now a joint venture between the Irish Whip podcast and WrestlingNewsSource.com.
It's going to be
there'll be some new rules. It's not just going to be a retweet anymore. It's going to be a retweet along with follow. You also have to follow at Three Irish Boys, obviously. You have to follow at Wrestling News Source and at WNS_Ben. And we will check that. But you have to
No, you're right. It's there's gonna be rules, and
but what this is gonna lead to is more names on the wheel, yes. But more giveaways. Because we'll be able to partner up with them and do more and bigger and better and
fun.
You know what I think for next week?
I want to give away AEW Orange Cassidy figure with a fucked up pair of shades and what looks like half of a garbage bag over his face.
Okay. So, all right, now we can do that.
I own one of those.
I was thinking the basic Ivar.
Is there? Oh, that's right. That basic Ivar is coming out.
Basic Ivar. We'll pre-order it.
Yeah, pre-order drop ship. That's how we do this. That's how we roll. Pre-order drop ship.
That'll be next week's. That'll be fun.
I see you rolling some T-shirt tonight. What are you smacking around tonight there?
I got my 80 Proof podcast T-shirt on. Who is our friends Jay Baum from Talkomania and Chris Rucker, because they didn't do enough podcasts each week for each of them, so they added 80 Proof, which goes live on Twitch Wednesdays and Fridays at 9 p.m. And what they do that's pretty cool, and you joined last week, was Wednesday, was they actually do a Zoom where they invite everybody who listened into the Zoom. So it's like a continuation of the show. The conversations get pretty interesting.
I was in there for a while. I don't exactly remember what was talked about.
I have a 12-pack for tonight.
Oh, that's right. So, yeah, 80 Proof is kind of
it's
the after party. It's the after party for me because that's the time that I get to watch AEW, and 80 Proof is on there where you can hang out with Jay
and those guys are family. Jay, Rucker. I mean, they're audience members. They're people who listen. I see Mike Farrell. Mike's there every week with us, and of course, he does his Chaos Theory.
RJ Inside Rant got his stuff going on with
the places. Yes, the places that we've been, the places that we're signed on to. Like, I can't thank Full Press Coverage enough, because not just that they put us on their site, but that they've introduced me to some great friends. WrestlingNewsSource.com, not just putting me on the site, but we partnered up. We're now partnered up with the Wrestling News Source podcast, who they're out of Texas. Great podcast. They've done some awesome interviews. They've had like Charlotte and Sasha on. So,
did you say that on purpose?
No, I actually did not. I tried not to, actually.
Yeah, my favorite one to always get you to say is soda, pizza, and soda.
Pizza.
Mm-hmm. But soda together.
Pizza and soda.
Huge.
That's part of the Boston accent. That's the fact that we add ours on to things that don't have ours is the little known part, because people focus so much that we take the ours out.
I think it's more Canadian. Mine's more. Everybody excuses me of being Canadian.
I'm going to be fully vaccinated tomorrow.
You said vaccinated or cat vaccinated?
I'll be fully vaccinated tomorrow morning. Got my second dose.
Man, I'm impressed. I continue to search for a vaccination. Man, I do. I continue the search. I've looked. I continue to get on websites. I follow that website down a stupid little rabbit hole, which is advertised as Osco Drug, which is actually Albertsons, which says they don't have. But here's the deal. I understand that they're making it so when it is available in this time, like I can go get it. I can set up a time of a 5-minute window and have it and get it. Until then, like I should probably, I don't know. I mean, we don't have a mask mandate in Montana. What?
My day job is sort of healthcare. That's how I qualified so early.
Yeah, well, mine's basically childcare, so I get to do that as well. So that's kind of cool. So
I know you, Bobby. I see you all the time. You and Tommy are always promoting us. I love it.
Bobby, here's the thing: is like this live show is more for the people that we want to hang out and want to hang out with us on Friday nights and spend time with us. Like this is special. This is family type stuff. Right. This is
AJ's in the house too.
Yeah, this is us. Not very many individuals actually take the time to record their podcast live or have the chemistry, charisma, and ability to carry that show for 60 minutes with only a 30-minute break in the middle. And we don't make time for breaks. No. All we do is we put them in there. They show up when they show up, and it fucking plays in the plays. We don't say, here comes an ad from.
When I do the post production, I make sure I find a good spot for the other break. Like we take the one, we do the live read for Podgo. And then I add a couple ads in there, and then I add a couple ads in another spot, and that's it.
For the record, I would like you to know, for those that are joining us, WrestlingNewsSource.com is featured up in the top right-hand corner of your screen. I know that's in Bobby D's big 65-inch TV in the stage left, JP, in his living room. So it's WrestlingNewsSource.com, which is up there in our corner as well.
Yes.
And we usually have our sponsor up there. I know we have a sponsor this weekend. I know we're doing some live reads with some cool stuff coming up. But let's we're 10 minutes in, dude. Let's
Tommy Flynn, it says we're fucking awesome. No, Tommy, you're fucking awesome. I reached out to Tommy a couple of weeks ago. Like, you know my situation, Josh.
Yes.
And I just reached out to Tommy. I didn't say anything. I just said, hey, Tommy, I got some stuff going on, and I wanted to let you know you're my hero. Because that related to what I had going on in my life. And I really looked up to Tommy, and that's the truth, man.
It's cool. I bet I'm sure. I bet he appreciates that.
Oh, no, he did. He replied. So I appreciate you guys. You guys are family now.
What did you think? Do you want to talk about the death?
We got to save that for last. That's the main event.
You know how fun this is for me, just being. You know what?
I love the match,
dude.
And you know that's not my style.
No. Well, to me, it was just you liked the MDK Josh Briggs death match too. Josh Briggs' first death match. You liked that one as well
because there was a story being told. There was a story being told in this one.
Yeah. Shout out to Beyond Wrestling, by the way. # Beyond.
Yes. The problem is the story being told was that the ring was going to explode.
In this one, I mean, for real. Okay, so let's just run through the pay-per-view, and I'm going to bring up random matches because this is us literally doing. I'm going to bring up the random matches. Your job tonight is to manage the comments while I manage to keep us on track and try to get through the Revolution results, and then get into some WWE stuff and mention a guy that we kind of Easter egg all the time, but I really want to take some time and talk about August Gray tonight when we have some time.
Who?
August Gray.
Never heard of him.
I know. The kid writes like a second grader. So AEW Revolution results. The death match was a death match. And an ex-WWE star made his debut, JP. But before we get to that, I want to know, because this is kind of how we called the pay-per-view, I believe. The first match was Rio and Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker and Maki Ito.
Can you do me a favor?
No.
I'm going to take us off track for 1 second because I don't know if I'll be able to do this again later.
Okay, do it. You do your thing, man.
Bear with me. No.
Yeah. Hey, Joe Salenza, thanks for hanging out with us as well.
Can you tell the people about that explosion? What happened? What was that match?
That
main event. What was supposed to happen at the end?
That's a fucking death match. That is an exploding, electrified.
The ring was supposed to explode at the end, right?
In any reality that you have when it comes to a match like this, you should have people there in prep when those instances happen outside the ring where they go into the barbed wire and the cameras are focused there.
Guys, this is why you need, like, I got backstage footage. This is why you guys have to watch us live when we go live, because you won't see this other than the people watching live.
Yeah, and
I
JP,
actually got backstage footage.
Yeah, of course, JP asking me for a serious opinion, and he's going to pull some bullshit.
So this is how they lit the ring up. I literally got like the backstage footage on how they did it.
God, dude, is there audio? Oh my god, man! How'd you get fucking Marty to shave his beard? It was sparklers and a little, and that was it. Really, I mean, there was You know
Sorry,
me,
I had
dude.
to do
I love exploding. I love barbed wire. I love death.
What did I say last week?
Which time?
What did I tell you last week about exploding? About barbed wire exploding?
It's never good.
It doesn't explode.
Yeah, it's never good. It doesn't. There's.
And what happened? It didn't fucking explode. Another prediction by JP.
Oh, that is so horrible. Guys, that's probably one of your worst predictions ever.
But it
Is
was
that all?
right.
Is that what you waited for? You wanted to go to that first so we could make sure we hit that?
No.
No. I want to talk about it for a minute because in all honesty, it
I felt bad for everyone involved because they busted their ass for that match. That moment with Eddie Kingston, if that ring really exploded, that would have meant something, and that would have propelled Eddie to the fucking moon.
Well, I think that was the purpose behind it. Unfortunately, as Johnny Moxley said, Kenny Omega sucks at building exploding.
Even Tony Khan came out and blamed it on Kenny Omega the next day.
Well, if you really think about it, it would be fun. I mean, if you pick up your storylines should follow
right.
Your storylines should follow reality. So when you have something like this, if the writers were good, I mean, if they could quickly interject as JP yawns and everybody drinks, you could really play the impact up. You could really play the impact angle up of how it was supposed to be this person that was doing the pyro, but ended up being this like. That's just us because we're old minds. We've seen every single. It's like listening to a 4-beat song and knowing that when somebody gets amazed by a mashup beat, that you know that you can put any 4-beat song with another 4-beat song and it's going to match up, right? That's how we watch pro wrestling, and I've really come to appreciate the fact that whatever fireworks were planned for that night actually ended up on fucking Raw the next.
Oh man, there was like so much. T-Bar wound up tweeting, "Watch Raw tomorrow night. It's going to be explosive."
Dude, Bobby Lashley's entrance wasn't only like electric with fucking lightning bolts. There was fireworks as he entered. There was fireworks as he was in the ring.
Yeah,
it was.
They should have brought Gilbert out. I think that would have been the ultimate shot,
dude. I don't want to shit on the match because the match was amazing.
No, it was.
The finality of it really is one of those things that.
And I thought the pay-per-view,
dude. It's fucking AEW.
I watched the whole pay-per-view.
We did watch the whole pay-per-view. It was fucking awesome. I thought it was fun. It was a fun pay-per-view for me.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I have fun when I watch AEW, man. I think there's a lot of characters in there. Like you, I think it's that plus it's beyond for us. There's funny, Orange Cassidy and John Silver that's been on the show. This joined Dark Order, which
how about Ethan Page coming out, played by Julian?
Ethan Page, yeah.
Christian Cage.
The cool dude, Christian Cage. We got 6 minutes before break, and then we're gonna finish up this AEW and get the rest of our stuff. But like Christian Cage, Captain Charisma, I saw them live the first time when I went up to Calgary, Canada, for my first WWE event, and I believe this was in 1999. Was my first live WWE event, and that was up in Calgary. And this was just because I had bought the WrestleMania tickets to WrestleMania 2000. Yeah. And this was...
I saw you there. The empty seats.
Fucking empty seats, man. And that's just because my grandfather died 3-4 days before. And, it's just barely eBay was there. There's no way I could get tickets. There wasn't digital transfer. Right. I couldn't, I see the seats. I see the 3 seats there. I see they're empty. Those are my seats. But... I don't know, man. I appreciate the fact that we get a cool product in AEW to go funny, and then WWE, which I just continue to appreciate on so many levels. And it's not just because of August. It's because it's the product I grew up with. Even though I was a huge NWA fan and I grew up with the Turner product and TBS, man, I love I love everything about the E, but I also love everything about the haha funny AEW.
I grew up on definitely WWF, WWE, but I also had ICW on TV here, which was Tony Rumble's company. So I got to see guys like Tasmaniac on TV.
Okay.
The Sheik, the Sabu before, and this was like before ECW or at the very early stages of Eastern Championship Wrestling.
Okay.
Was on cable access here. And that's where it's funny because guys I watched on there, I've later become friends with, like Jason Rumble, some of the local guys from Boston. Tony Rumble was a local promoter, did 1 or 2 matches for WCW, and that was it, and would sell 2,000 or 3,000 tickets to a show, sold out car lots.
Farrell from Chaos Theory Pod said the pay-per-view was average at best. I agree. As far as if you're going to
if you take the Exploding Ring out of the picture, that pay-per-view goes up 3 notches though.
I don't think it's. I see Farrell's point of view. There was a lot left on the table when it comes to a $50 pay-per-view. JP's yawning. Take a drink.
That is the price of it.
So when you are going to start rating pay-per-views for me, the amount of money that I pay for that, I better get some fucking return. And unfortunately, there's where a lot of people are saying average at best is that they didn't get the return on their investment, which is $50 and it wasn't worth $50.
Here's the thing: before WWE Network,
Wrestling JJ is my hero. Leave that up there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Before AEW, WWE Network, $9.99 a month. Was that a $50 pay-per-view though? When every other pay-per-view was a $50 pay-per-view?
No. And there are some that there were some that you pay $50 for. Yeah. You're like, God, that just got ripped off. That was horrible.
Like every Armageddon.
Can't believe you pulled out Armageddon.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not. But Wrestling JJ says AEW are starting, I guess plural, right? Whatever. I'm not going to correct your grammar because I'm that kind of a dude. Page and Cage, like Christian Cage, Brian Cage, Adam Page, Ethan Page. It's all age.
This is true. If they're missing out if they don't have Christian Cage and Brian Cage versus Adam Page and Ethan Page.
Well, they should have C squared P squared. And that could be a new little faction.
WWE rather took criticism for changing guys' names, but that was why they changed them, to avoid that type of confusion.
I guess I should apologies to Mike Farrell because when the Tag Team Rumble was going on, that was I'm telling everybody, I pick a match before it ever happens that I'm going to take care of the necessities that need to happen, and I'm going to average 20 minutes for that match, probably. I'm going to take care of what I need to take care of during the pay-per-view. I'm going to come back and enjoy the rest. If it was the match of the night, my bad for picking that match. I should have picked a shittier match to skip out on, but mine was the Tag Team Rumble, and I couldn't speak to it because that's where I take my time to do my thing. Kurt Kilberg. There's the Kurt. Mike Farrell's right. Brought to you by WrestlingNewsSource.com. JP, it is now 5:29. Do you have a live read ready, or is this one of those things that you have to quickly scramble for and then find and locate?
But located right here.
Yeah, as your eyes move left and right. Are we ready to? What are we promoting this evening?
Honcho.
What? Honcho? Podgo. Oh, those guys are awesome. I appreciate this. I really do.
Man. No lie. So today's podcast is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast. That is no lie, guys. Providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space, so you can always know how much you get, when you're going to get it, when you include one of the ads from Podgo. You're going to get this the next day. So you go apply immediately, be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. You just go to podgo.co at podgo.co and be sure to add our podcast, The Irish Whip, in the How Did You Hear About Podgo section of the application.
We appreciate Podgo, the time and the effort they give to us dude, it's fun to have sponsors and people that are willing to give back to a Podgo and a podcast community here, dude. It's fun. It's awesome. I'm trying not to be distracted because my son is actually supposed to be redshirting, but he's playing fucking first base right now, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on while we're doing the podcast at the same time. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Anyway, the thing is, man, when you're the team, you're the team. That's the way that it goes. When you're
that's
the team,
it. And that's playing as a freshman. That's huge.
Yeah, it's
he must get his athletic skills from me.
Absolutely. He gets his athletic skills and academic prowess from his mother. He gets his wit and his good looks from me.
Elvis, you can share that other places. I don't want to share that here. I think most of us have a way. Thank you, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Elvis. Appreciate that. That's stuff that I wish we could, but we cannot.
Did you know about this?
I did not know about what this is you speak of.
So Mike Farrell does a lot of intro music. He hasn't done one for us. Like, I think our wheel needs a song.
Mike Farrell can lay down some beats.
He's got, I mean, I'm in a rap battle and I'm going to destroy him. It's going to be a dirty, as they say. It's going to be a 3-0. I'm winning. But he's got a mixtape coming out on 4/20, which is his birthday.
I'm super excited to see.
And we will play that. You will hear some of that on this.
I'm excited to fucking hear more of what Farrell continues to drop, right?
That kid's good. He's got talent. He's got the first song I heard from him, and I said this to him not too long ago. Like, I didn't hear a lot of bars. It was just like rhyming to rhyme. And it was good. It made sense, but it just wasn't bars. Like, I like bars. I like the wordplay. And then the next, like, 3 songs that I've heard from him has been, like, completely bars. Like, jokes, wordplay, inside jokes, mix matching things that you wouldn't catch if you don't think about it. Stuff that has 2 or 3 meanings to it. And he has that, and I enjoy that. I'm going to be a customer. I'm going to be buying that mixtape, and we're going to be playing it on here.
So let's
I'm going to destroy him in the rap battle.
Let's actually run through the pay-per-view. Okay, we've bullshitted about this for half an hour. We still have a fucking wheel to spin. So I'm going to do this. You're going to give me your reaction to what happened. We talked about I didn't get to give my honest opinion because nobody cares about what I think about the greatest fucking art form in the world, which is deathmatch wrestling.
Give me your honest opinion.
No, I'm just harassing you, dude. I love Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston is what pro wrestling always will be for me when it comes to the product that I chose to expose myself to.
I've seen Eddie take over locker rooms in a good way, like locker rooms that needed leadership. I've been around them, and he has like taken the reins. I'm going to go on a tangent.
The conversation that never got to happen was a conversation when we had Dickinson on here, and I can't remember what exactly Eddie said.
Oh no, we talked about that.
I know, but I missed it because of fucking shitty ass. You guys think Yellowstone's fake? You guys think that show Yellowstone is fake, but it's not. It's real. So don't come to Montana. Don't come. Here. We hate everybody. We hate you. Don't come here.
There was a show in Jersey, and the promoter, it was Pro Wrestling Syndicate when before Pat Buck and Brian Myers bought into it. It was this kid Eric Tapout, and Kingston was a big part of it, and I think it was Kingston that did this. There was a kid who the promoter wanted to put this kid on the show. He wasn't a really great wrestler. He was sort of a student, and but the promoter wanted Chronic the Clown, a stoned, drunk clown. So the promoter said, "You want to be on the show? You Chronic the Clown." The kid said, "I don't want to be that." And I think it was Eddie Kingston that walked by and said, "Get the fuck out of my locker room." Like, you either want to do this or you don't. Like, you want to get a payday or no. And that the way that show ended was with that clown in a headlock by me getting dragged out of the arena because I was at the bar. I was at the bar drinking with the promoter, and he said, JP, go get the fucking clown out of here.
But people don't realize is how much muscle you were for people back then. Okay, let's talk outside of the match, which was an amazing match. Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega put on an amazing fucking match. Unfortunately, the fireworks were horrible. The sparklers were amazing. The explosion was a dud. Eddie Kingston sold it like no sell could ever be. And we end up getting a great match. Unfortunately, no exploding ring where Kingston had an entire minute to carry him out. So, do you remember the Rio Rosa Britt Baker Maki Ito match at all?
I do, yes. Okay. I remember that I was right. You were wrong.
Yes, you were. Did you? Was it memorable to you or not?
No. Other than the win, and the win was almost predictable by the time the match started because of the change, and it's with the change in opponents. So it was almost pretty predictable that they weren't who was going to win, who was going to lose. But it just wasn't a very memorable match. And it doesn't stick out of my memory other than I was right and predicting Britt Baker was going to win the match. The Britt Baker team was going to win the match, and Britt Baker's team won the match.
I would have loved to. I'm sure that was fucking one of those things, man. This is where life is. It's just
here we are.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, so in the other match, like there wasn't a lot of memorable matches. How
about the Young Bucks and Chris Jericho in MJF? Yes, no?
Yes.
You liked it? You did?
Yeah.
You liked the Young Bucks? JP,
I know, go figure me.
You liked a Young Bucks match? For real?
I did. I enjoyed it.
Why?
Because MJF was in it. He outgoods all of their bad.
How? Say that again. Just
he outgoods all of their bad. And that's a phrase I'm using from now on. He outgoods all of their bad.
That is, dude. There's a reason why
I'm not wrong.
No, you're not. You're not wrong in anything. You're not wrong in anything that you say about MJF at all. He's fucking the cornerstone. He's a cornerstone of any promotion. Anybody would kill.
There are people that argue this, but he is, in my opinion, the best heel in pro wrestling today.
He's been the best heel in pro wrestling since I fucking CZW. Once he fucking won the CZW Wired Championship,
but there's people that'll argue that, and they have every right to.
Well, yeah. Some people say The Miz. Right now,
The Miz is a babyface.
Dude, I'm gonna ride that train all the. Just
what's
like
a pro wrestler what's the pro wrestler that you cheer for? You cheer for the babyface, right?
Cena.
But you cheer for the babyface. You cheer for the good guy, right?
We only cheer for John Cena. That's the only person we cheer for.
That's because everybody's John Cena.
Because yes, the babyface. That's right. Absolutely.
And you chant along, correct, with the Miz. The Miz is a babyface dressed up as a heel.
Yes. But the hard part is, dude. When I know we're trying to get this AEW stuff, I know we're trying to get this pay-per-view, but you make a good point. Like the hard part is like when you take into account how Bobby Lashley won the title. Like when the Miz ran out of the ring with the belt, people lost their shit. But what they don't realize is like that's the Miz. What did you expect? Did you expect the Miz Did you expect the Miz to actually compete? Like he stole Daniel Bryan's fucking kicks.
And
Come on, people.
And that is his heel persona.
Yes.
But the correct and all the promos, I hate to say this because the Miz is a great promo, but when he was a heel, they need to take the promos away from him.
The Miz and Mrs. makes him a face all day long, and that's what it's for.
And he has to be a face because of the show. And now because of, Wipeout? What's the other show he does?
What doesn't the Miz do? I love him. I miss him. Who else would you like to see Bobby Lashley face at WrestleMania? I don't know. Can we talk? JP and I keep hitting at the same time. We're both producing at the same time. JP, so you really loved it because of MJF. That wasn't the Bucks of Jericho. It was all MJF. That's why you loved it, right? But I agree.
I'm not a huge Jericho fan. Like I am. I was a huge Jericho fan.
I was a Lionheart fan. I was a Lionheart fan.
When he was going against Dean Malenko, and he was the man of 1,002 holds and listed off 1,002 holds that he could do.
Here, I'll give you guys an Easter egg. It's whatever time it is. I am waiting with bated breath for a guy known as the Mercenary to appear at one or the other, and I don't care when it is. He's not staying where he's at.
The Mercenary.
Yes. Casino Team Tag Royal. Let's say Royale, right? Like a cheese Royale, burger Royale.
Whenever you have a tag match like that, it's going to be a clusterfuck.
It was. He ended up with
Elvis versus Lashley at WrestleMania. I don't know, Elvis. You got a tooth pulled today and you're in pain.
Well, when you have, Jungle, I'm not a Jungle Boy fan. I know. I think you are, right? You're a Jungle Boy fan.
I like Jungle Boy.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's Dylan McCabe's son.
Huh?
It's Dylan McCabe's son. Dylan McCabe is like the second coming of the Fawn.
I don't care whose fucking son he is. I don't want to see Jungle Boy and Ray Phoenix out there. I respect him. I think he's okay. But
who'd you rather, Jungle Boy or Marco Stunt?
Neither.
Really? See, I like both of them.
But
I saw Marco Stunt, and I think it was legitimately his brother at a Beyond show versus Beer Country, and it was the first time I had seen Marco.
I remember this. Yes.
He got the shit kicked out. I grabbed him out. I talked to him afterwards. I was like, dude, you just got the shit kicked out of you. That was awesome. And he was just like, only at pro wrestling is that a compliment. But he was like, thank you, man.
Yeah. It's that people I love to watch. That's what I fucking today. Fucking August Gray. I love to watch that kid work. Like that's what it is for me. All right. Work rate matters for me. Work rate for me is everything when I pick my Mount Rushmore, when I pick my matches, when it comes to pay-per-views, when I pick everything, it comes to work rate. It comes to how the face and heel work together. That's what it comes down to me, man. And you're right. It's MJF. It's why I watch. It's why MJF is why I watch AEW.
And MJF, like he's not tall, but he looks like a wrestler too.
Well, it's charisma, it's persona, it's Captain Charisma, it's all of that for me.
80 Proof Podcast is in there. I wonder if they see the shirt.
Like there, Big E, Lashley, and Big E. That's, oh man,
you got to kiss Big E goodbye on that one. Just be like,
no, yeah, are you serious?
Big E's not winning that. Big E's not beating Bobby Lashley.
Well, you can't see Big E carrying the IC belt as well as that belt together. I can. I'd see that. I'd buy that. I'd buy that over Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus and whatever his name is, 90210.
Oh no, I buy it, but I don't think Big E's winning that match. I don't think they're letting Big E win that match.
Oh well,
Luchasaurus is unbelievable.
Yes.
Do you know he was on like Big Brother or one of them shows? He really was.
So the Casino Tag Team Royale, I can't comment on it. That's one I chose. That's the one I checked out on. I just picked back up at Shida and Ryo Mizunami.
It would be a great match.
Mizunami, huh?
This is 80 Proof Podcast says Lashley would win, but it would be a great match. Almost as good as that shirt JP has on, which you can get at whatamaneuver.net, where you can also get the Irish Whip t-shirts.
Please tell me they commented that.
They did.
That is 100% Jay.
They didn't plug What a Maneuver the way I did, but
what's up, Tick Freak? Thank you guys again for hanging out. JP, moving on. We got to get through this pay-per-view. Yeah. I know you're resisting it, but Hikaru Shida, Ryo Mizunami.
God bless you.
You're welcome. The cool thing for me was like Shida hit a lot of those those running knee strikes that she had. Mizunami would kick out. This was like the ultimate kick out match for me, right?
Oh yeah, if I watch wrestling And I understand what pro wrestling is.
I know you do. And that's what I love about you is you don't share that with me, and we appreciate that.
I forget what pro wrestling is, and watching a match, I enjoyed that match. In those kicks, I forgot it was pro wrestling.
Sidebar, Stardom and the feeder program to the States. Has that become a thing when this COVID thing relents? Do we start to see that Stardom Japanese influence in AEW a little bit more?
I hope so. I mean, Stardom really is a great company over there in Japan, and like we've seen a lot of people like Princess Chikara, Princess
Kimberly
going over there and stuff like that, and getting a chance to work in Japan, and quite a few of the girls got their shots over there through Stardom, and then moved on to bigger and better. So,
did you watch the tag team Miro and Kip Sabian, Orange Cassidy, and Chuck Taylor? You don't remember it at all. Memorable zero, right?
I don't remember that match, and that I can't stand that. I don't remember that. I think I fell asleep actually before that match started.
I think it was
because like I love those guys. I love watching those guys.
Cassidy hit Miro with Orange Punch. Penelope Ford caused distraction. Miro chose to shove Cassidy into her. To get an upper hand. So this is me. And then Miro took out Taylor before locking him in the game over submission victory. So this was that was it. That was the fucking
in the match.
I think this was the match that they needed to fucking fill time with. That they could either be short or long, and they went short with it.
And their Money in the Bank match had all the wrong people in it. I thought.
I know. So. I mean, you follow that up with Hangman Page versus Headworthy Hardy.
Yes.
Big money match. Matt Hardy. Dude, Adam Page, I think, has quickly become one of my favorite pro wrestlers right now. Like, that dude, you know what he reminds me of? And this is hopefully this comes off as a compliment, is he reminds me of what Lance Archer was when he was in TNA, when he was with Kid Cash right now. Does that make sense when I say that?
Yep.
Like, like Lance Archer is what he is, but this is where he's at right now at his age. Like
40-something years old?
He's older than us, I believe.
And doing what he does, like at the level he's doing it and being in the shape that he's in, holy shit.
Yeah, well, praise Jesus, because it looks like he's saying his prayers and eating his vitamins is helping out Lance Archer.
The thing with Lance Archer, too, is he makes everybody in the ring better.
He makes everybody better, period.
Right.
Just tell you that, because of the type of human being that he is.
Archer, you're going to have a great match, because he's not going to allow otherwise.
I can tell you right now, if you do anything positive in your life today, go follow Montez Ford and go follow Lance Archer, and they will make your lives better.
Mike Farrell in the chat on Facebook saying Adam Page should be AEW's #1 babyface. You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong.
That's 100% real right there, because that is, like, when I watch him, he reminds me of Shawn Michaels, but bigger, badder, faster, cooler.
But he's less flashy, though, and that's sort of what you need.
Well, I think that's why this is no bullshit, but correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a reason why guys have gimmicks. Right? There's a reason Adam Page has something in his hand. There's a reason why he needs that something in his hand, right? There's something that always goes along with that, whether it's kayfabe or not. There's a reason for everything, right? And when I see him,
going nuts.
Spin the wheel. We're almost through the pay-per-view. I think Adam Page is the next. He's it. He's what it should be.
Yeah.
I thought the ladder match with Cody and Penta and Scorpio and Lance and Max and Ethan Page was pretty good.
Yeah, I love that Ethan Page is there now. Like, I think that's a good place for him to be.
We're both huge Ethan Page fans.
I'm an Ethan HD fan too, though. Shout out!
God, I almost said it. I love them both. The only Ethan HD's been on my radar for a while, because he's like one of the guys I kept as Facebook friends just because of the type of person he is, and nothing taken away from Ethan HD, but Ethan Page in TNA. Everybody, it's funny because
I was watching him on TV the other day.
Can we just talk about the big brass ring? Like, how big was that thing? Like, did you see that? Did you look at that and go, "Wow, that's a big cock ring"?
And that's exactly what it looked like. Like,
you know how you felt. You know how you follow up a big golden cock ring, JP? You announced the fact that you signed Captain Charisma Christian Cage to an AEW contract.
That was probably the biggest thing that happened on the pay-per-view.
You thought that was cool, right?
You know what's cool is that there was an interview with the Big Show recently where he had spoke to Vince after he signed or before he signed during the negotiations or whatever, and Vince just said to him, "You go do your thing. This is you're a huge signing for them."
I mean,
and so was Christian Cage. Like that, those are two guys that are going to bring attention to the product.
I really, and I
Who's
firmly,
next, Edge? Imagine if Edge showed up.
Dude, I firmly believe this from the bottom of my heart.
I mean, I'm not going to be one of those. I'm not going to be one of those fake news sites that post so and so is all elite. But I'm just saying, imagine.
People have.
Sorry, that was a little extra, wasn't it?
Yes, a little. People have called AEW the WCW rental,
and it is.
Do you feel that? I mean, do you honestly feel that way?
Dude, what did I say that ring was going to be last week? And what was that ring? It was the WCW electric chair.
Yes. Yeah.
It's so comparable.
Why I asked that is because my favorite, and Tommy I promise you, will spin the wheel after we talked about Sting and Darby Allin and Brian Cage and Ricky Starks here in 1 second. Like, I swear to God, we're going to spin this wheel.
Yeah,
we gotta talk about. I
thought that Sting and Vampiro match was great.
Sting and Vampiro, right?
Oh wait, no, my bad, Darby Allin. Sorry.
How cool is it? How cool is it though that Sting and Vampiro actually had some Twitter interaction last month, and that it kind of flew under the radar.
Sting is putting himself. Vamp's putting himself everywhere. And,
yeah.
Like there's some stuff coming up that I think is going to be big for his career. Like
the slap fighting shit was pretty cool.
No, but I mean, like,
Yes. I do.
In a little less north.
Did you like the thematic presentation? Because I know we were talked about this. Did you like how Sting and Darby Allin versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks was presented? I mean, I
think that's what they need to do for Sting, because I mean, Sting's not going to put on a match where he's not going to take a bump. Sting's not going to put on a match where he's going to look like a fool. So Sting needs that type of cinematic match just because of his age, the same way The Undertaker did it with AJ. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, and I guess that's you're not going to get the I'm not going to get the work rate out of Sting. I'm not, right. But I'm going to appreciate the type of work that he does in the time frame and how it's produced. That's what COVID, I think, is it's really given the guys and the gals that may not necessarily have the athletic ability of a 30-year-old, since you're 60, whatever the fuck old you are,
right? Where
you can come across as able to compete in specific types of matches. And you're right, you can't go out there, and this couldn't be a 60-man Iron Man match where, Sting's going against, like, that's not going to happen because of age and the ability to buy and sell, right? Because that's what pro wrestling is psychology and the ability to buy and sell what's going on.
Sting is 61 years old, by the way.
61.
According to Google.
Wow. Sidebar. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sidebar and side note. Just know that this will be the episode that life exploded. Bobby D, I can't tell. Look at that. He is 67 years young.
And Bobby D can fucking beat someone's ass. Let me tell you, Bobby D's an old Southie guy, so.
Yeah, I can't imagine walking across him at a Bruins game. Like, I just see him. He's like a celebrity there, I'm sure. Gotta be.
He's like a celebrity everywhere. Everybody knows Bobby D.
Well,
I mentioned the dude who did this, who did the carving here, right? I mentioned the guy who did this. I gave his website a plug. Bobby D went, he went to Southie High. I never said the kid's name, but the kid went to Southie High. Like
let's spin the wheel. Brought to you by, as always, our buddy at WNS _ is it Ben Karen?
Yeah, WNS Ben and Wrestling News Source. It's really a combined episode.
At WNS ORUCE. You
And
can also follow the Wrestling News Source official podcast. Correct, JP?
Yes.
WNS.
Daniel Herron is we're not radio guys. We try to be radio guys, and we're not. Daniel Herron is a legit radio guy that has worked in radio for years, and he's doing the podcast over there. I'm shuffling the names, guys.
Tina, specifically about her father, Bobby D. You guys have no idea. My dad is crazy.
Oh, I know. I've met you.
I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smiley faces translate to hashtag as fuck.
And Bobby, I'm working on your shirts, so don't worry about that. I know you. I feel horrible that happened. So we're working. We're fixing that. Trust me.
I'm actually expanding my screen now so I can see your ugly mug. I'm hanging out behind Biance Belair, not to make it look awkward or anything.
What are you doing behind that, huh?
I'm just looking at you spin the wheel.
I'm just shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling.
Oh my god, dude. It never ends. It never ends. You didn't put any music on there, man. I feel bad. I feel like
there's music on there, and I'm pretty sure I might not have shared it, so we're just gonna have to stop while it's spinning.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
JP.
What we need is a song to play during the spin, Mike.
Oh my god, dude. Who's going to win? JP.
Mike got his merch over at Teespring, by the way, teespring.com, and you search up Chaos there.
Who is going to win?
Is it going to be the Knight Rider?
Seriously, that's the dude's name?
That's the dude's Twitter name, yeah. The Knight
No way. We got fucking Michael Knight won a fucking fig.
That's it. Look at that. Did you see that? Hang on. I'm going to do something. Ready, guys? This is going to be great. Hold on. I got to do something here. Where I'm going to mix some of these names up. Michael Knight on the Knight Rider. You won the figure.
We'll reach out to you there. Biance Belair there to Michael Knight. I'm going to need to verify and talk to Kit before we get this fig out. So Michael Knight,
hold on.
Have Kit reach out. What did you just do?
I'm just spinning again. I just want to see the exploding ring at the end of it. The names I just put on there are AEW Exploding Ring.
Oh my god, dude! You seriously?
Here it comes. Watch this, guys. This is like the countdown before the minute. Somebody get Eddie Kingston and jump on top of me.
Get Eddie Kingston and jump on top now. Get Eddie Kingston and jump on top now. No, Eddie now. Eddie now. Eddie now. It's gonna blow up. Eddie, it's gonna blow up. Eddie now. It's gonna blow up. Oh, it's gonna blow up, Eddie. Eddie now. Eddie, hold on. Here it comes. Eddie, hold on. What do you think they said? Exploding.
Oh, guys. Holy cow. Sorry.
Oh my god, dude.
There's some podcasts that write this shit.
Really? Is that how you're supposed to do this? You're supposed to write this?
We just do the shit.
Man, yeah. We try. Dude, literally. For me, it's so much fun to be part of Full Press. It's so much more fun for me to continue to be with the family at Wrestling News Source and been hanging out with the guys from the Wrestling News Source podcast. It's going to be it's fun. It's cool. There's going to be some really fun things that come up. We're going to have some really cool giveaways. This is one of those things that you're going to want to be a part of and say that you were a beginning of.
Yeah, and there'll be people like Elvis, Mike,
Bobby D,
D,
Tina Weber.
You guys are all going to be like, yeah, I remember when there was like 10 people on. Remember when there was like 10 people on the wheel? Like we couldn't get people to.
Yeah, Joe and the Fig Freak.
Elvis,
all these guys.
Nick Haddock 3 with him and his boys.
We need to get the kids on here. We need to just let them do an episode and
no, they're going to steal the damn show.
That's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm fucking too old. We need to let these kids take over. They could do the. We could do this while they do the Nickelodeon version. You know what I mean, like the Super Bowl.
The Nick Haddock-Elodian version.
There you go.
I don't hate that idea. It could be them and Jax.
Oh God, that kid. Yeah, it could be. It could be. He could be down in the corner signing what they're saying.
That's
You can't see me.
But guys, we're at an hour, man.
Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for listening. As always, please follow us at the number 3 Irish Boys with a Z. We didn't mention that before. As always, at WNSOURCE. That's Wrestling News Source. That's where we get our wrestling news officially and exclusively from WrestlingNewsSource.com.
And pay attention next week. We'll announce on Monday whether or not we're giving away the Orange Cassidy figure with the glasses falling off the head or
glasses falling off his head and bag over his fucking face.
And bag over his face.
Fucking face.
Or the basic Ivar. So
I think we'll vote. You and I will vote later.
All right, cool.
All right, man.
Guys, see you later.
Thanks for listening.